2. We gon' lock down on the offense. Bust down the skeleton fossil. I'm not addressing the problem. Julio on the post, you can't stop him. Pick it up, running back, it's no problem. I'm running behind the block, they gon' block him. Quavo Yoda, I'm offset Chewbacca. Watch the blitz on the left, we gon' block him. We some animal, yeah, we some goblin. Man to man, we gon' cover you properly. Man to man, you can't beat me impossibly. Red zone, this my highlight, my property. Do a quarterback sneakers on 4th and 3. Kick the ends on the offensive block for me. I stiff him, I'm down, get off of me. I'm trucking them over, he under me. Back ends, wipe my sins, They can't win, No new friends, Football fans, they sleep again. We wake them up. Wake up, the champs is in. Champion. We want back ends. Wipe my sins. Wipe it. They can't win. No new friends. Football fans. They sleep again. We wake them up. Wake up, the champs is in. Yeah.
All right, Coach, it's the NFL on EA Sports as you take a look there at Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. Just a short time ago, these Philly fans in full roar as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. Pyrotechnics ablaze. They're set to go as their Eagles will match up with the Carolina Panthers. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Come on now, let's go. 5-9. On the ball.
Now it's the Boise State alum, Jay Ajayi. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Ajayi. And he works his way forward for a couple up past the 30.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things. But the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
81. Here we go. Back. Straight 15.
To throw is Wentz. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. This is fielded at the 27. A 39-yard punt, a return of 5, and the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. So Newton and the Panthers come up now 1st and 10 at about the 32. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? So 5 yards there as one of the big guys up front moved.
And in a 4-3 front, you got the 2 defensive tackles right near the football. I know there's a lot of movement around there, but they're always taught to have one eye on the football. Apparently, that didn't happen.
A boost here to start the drive. After the penalty, it's 1st and 5. Newton now to throw. And his first look is incomplete.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down. First carry for Christian McCaffrey. And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. Fletcher Cox there for the tackle.
What an advantage having an elite guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
From the gun on third down, Newton. And he finds a man. It's McCaffrey. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. The pickup of 11, and it moves the chains. Now whistles. Flag down, and I believe one of the Panthers got moving early. A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. To throw is Newton. He'll be wrapped up around the waist and pushed down. Jordan Hicks not dropping into coverage. He comes on the blitz and takes him down for a loss of 9. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. To throw on second down is Newton. And some room to work. Cam fighting. He lost the football. It's out. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line. And I guess we're back to square one. A rocky start here. A turnover followed by a turnover. Not exactly what we expected going into the game, but I always wonder about the nerves and people starting, the emotions of the game. Sometimes it takes a little while for that to play out and for them to settle in. Let's hope that that's taken care of now. They run with Ajayi. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs. Relatively small sample size, but that's his longest run of the first quarter. Bounced it out to the outside to make it successful. And to get there, you actually need some help. It's not just your pure speed getting to the corner, making sure that the blocking is taken care of inside so the pursuit doesn't get you. And oftentimes, those wide receivers, tight ends that might be flexed out, they've got to control the edge and make sure no one from the outside can spill the play before he gets there. Throwing is Wentz. That ball's caught. Aguilar right side. And down inside the 15 he goes. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue. The Eagles into the red zone for the first time. They have a 1st and 10 at the 13-yard line. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Hang in there now. Hang in there now. I think you're doing great.
They run again with Ajayi. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. Just a couple on the ground there, and that's going to bring up 3rd and about 6.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Run.
Now Wentz on third down. This will be caught at about the 5. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. Now to try the Eagle field goal, Jake Elliott from the left hash, a chip shot here. And Elliott puts this one through. Back live with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's the Eagles with the ball here to begin quarter number 2, as we'll see one following the score on the final play before break. Elliott now to kick this one away. Moore now to return. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Carolina getting set to take the field. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal? And they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive. A little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown. But they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach would be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield, punch in the end zone without turning it over.
They go play action here on first down. Taking a shot for Samuel. That's caught at the 25. A big play there for Carolina. 55 yards.
That's a big-time pitch and catch right there. And, partner, I remember the days when quarterbacks would try this. They were holding their breath. But nowadays, they're counting on their receiver to be just a little bit better than the defensive back when it's one-on-one and the ball's in the air like that.
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 21-yard line. On first down, this is McCaffrey. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
Here we go. On the ball, on the ball, on the ball, on the ball.
Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. So they don't even need to run a 2nd down play. Give them the 1st.
And typically when we see this jumping, isn't it usually 3rd down, 4th down? They got them on 2nd down. I think that's a lack of discipline.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. They give it to Anderson. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
So the myth has been shattered. Every cornerback in the league is not just a cover corner. Some of them will stick their nose in there and make plays exactly as we just saw there. A big loss suffered by the offense after that nice tackle.
So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's 2nd and goal. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. So that one will be accepted. And now they face a 2nd and 6 after the penalty. On 2nd down, here's Newton. The quick slant caught. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Terrence Williams, his 1st touchdown on the year. And his guys are able to strike for 6. Extra point try good by Gano. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. Gano out to kick this one away. It's a short kick taken out beyond the 20. And they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line. And out now come the Eagles. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that. Super toe.
Now Wentz. Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. Julius Peppers in there to sack him for a loss of 6. Now it's Ajayi. And some room to maneuver. Space to maneuver at the 40. And finally brought down at the 43. A big run there. 29 yards and a first.
I know that play went to the left side, and that's what it was designed to do, an outside handoff there. But how about the whole offensive line being involved? Seal the left side where the play was going, what they call play side. But how about on the back side? Just taking care of business to make sure no one can get there and disrupt it.
Is the biggest key the left tackle?
Without a doubt. Control that edge. Get out there. You want that left tackle. If you bring your tight end over there, either way, control the edge of the line of scrimmage, you got a chance to rumble.
74.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get it down inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. Well, they don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. We'll come back to Philadelphia after this.
Come on now, let's go. Ram.
This is Ajayi. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. In on the tackle there, Luke Kuechly. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down.
When we talk about Luke Kuechly, you can't talk about his overall game without talking about his intelligence and how he controls the whole defense. He quarterbacks that defense, and at times will actually make checks, just like a quarterback would on offense to get them into the right defense. They definitely were on that play. How about that finish, holding that to a minimal gain.
Here's Ajayi. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Jay Ajayi, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Eagles are able to cash it in for 6. Elliott good on the extra point, and the lead is now 10-7. Elliott now to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Now the Panthers offense, they get set to come back onto the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And he'll dump this off to his running back, McCaffrey. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. A solid gain of 15 yards, and the sticks move.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back end of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his legs.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in the zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
Caught left side, Williams. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. And they just keep marching right along. First down on a pickup of 8 there. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1.
On the ball.
Here's Newton now on second down. He'll drop it off to McCaffrey, and he'll get it down on the play to the 37. Give him 8 on the play, and they're going to face a third down. And that's one of his advantages of a passer, is it not? With his height, setting back there in the pocket, firing it over the middle, he can really see everything clearly.
It is, and I know that other quarterbacks get it done different ways, all right? You don't have to be his height to make a great play, but what he does is he takes away having to make those slide steps in the pocket to find angles to throw the ball through. He just throws right over the top of it because he can see everything, and sometimes that saves time and gets the ball to a receiver quicker.
Newton will bring him up 1st and 10, and he's hit on all 5 of his pass attempts on this drive so far. Now Newton on 1st down. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey, and he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. They hold him to only 2 there on the screen. It's 2nd down. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. From the right hash, this from an even 40 yards out. And Gano's kick is right through. So thanks to the late field goal, we are all tied up heading to intermission. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach! Nothing separating these two teams on the scoreboard as the kick's away here. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Out come the Panthers. They'll have it first on offense in the 3rd quarter. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete. So, Charles, tie game here. What are your keys as we continue to play this second half?
I know people think it's always trite when you say the same things over and over, but they're tried and true in the game of football. Who's going to block better? Who's going to tackle better? In this case, to me, it's turnovers. You've got to take care of the football in order to win the game.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. On 2nd and 10, Newton. Man open left side, it's Williams. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
As long as you go through your proper reads and progressions, the drag route can be one of those old reliable plays because usually it's good for a good chunk of yardage, as we just saw there.
And those guys like it, right? They can get the ball with a full head of steam.
Especially against man coverage, because man coverage, they're typically running away from someone and not worried about traffic coming out on the other end.
The last catch nearly got him a first, but it did not, and they'll try to convert on 3rd and inches. Newton on 3rd down. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. The 13 yards that time and a first.
ball. Express!
Newton throwing again. Got a man over the middle. It's Williams. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. A gain of 6 there on first.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Six yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. On 2nd down, Anderson. And across the midfield stripe into Eagle territory. And he got half of what he needed there, 2 yards. And it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more. A shotgun snap for Newton. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains. Newton now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Now a first down throw for Newton. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? So the penalty certainly helps them out as they come up on 2nd and 5. McCaffrey following the penalty. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
The Panthers on 3rd down. A perfect 4 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. Now they've got another 1st and 10 as the penalty keeps this drive moving. Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. He winds up getting only a couple there, down to the 29.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized. To throw on 2nd down. Newton wants a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. Now whistles here, and it looks like we've got a Panther that's having some difficulty down there getting up. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. The Panthers on third down. A perfect 4 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. They only need a yard here. 3rd down and 1 after the penalty. They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And he will have the first down across the 20 to the 19-yard line. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going. From the red zone now, Newton. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And that's going to make it 2nd and 14. So they had the big loss on that first down pass play and facing a 2nd and long. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Newton. And give him 10 that time as he was able to get away from the pressure and get a nice gain.
Oh, my Cam. There's times when I'm not analyzing up here. I'm just appreciating. Led NFL quarterbacks in rushing last year. He is truly the ultimate weapon at that position.
And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. Knotted up here at 10. That's our score as we begin quarter number 4.
Here we go, fellas. Let's go.
From the gun on 3rd down. Newton. The open man is Smith. Oh, no, he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Eagles.
Well, so much for the 4-minute offense. They were trying to reduce the clock, get in position to win the game, and leave no time for them to come back and catch them. And guess what? They turned the ball over. Yeah, I mean, they had it all set up for themselves, and they let it get away.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch.
5-9, 5-9. Let's go. Great.
Here's a handoff to Ajayi to begin the drive. And a nice pickup as this one gets him to the 10-yard line. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
I think they're ahead of schedule now after that run. They might be bold with this 2nd down call after that type of a gain.
Let's go. Great. Get over there. Go.
And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And he'll be brought down, it looks like, right at the 15. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
Run.
On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Mike Adams. And he will score. Touchdown, Panthers. In a tie game, 4th quarter, that's about as big of a defensive play as you can possibly make.
And it didn't happen by accident. That was scouting right there. They've seen things that have happened before. They knew in certain situations the type of plays they like to run. read it, and were able to go after the football, get it, and take it into the end zone for a touchdown for themselves.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Now Wentz to try again after the pick six. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Wentz now to throw. The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. K1 short. Forcing his way through there to drop him for a loss of a good 10 yards. Eagles coming up here on a 3rd and long, so Wentz and company with some work to do after the sack. Shotgun now for Wentz. He hits his running back, Jay Ajayi. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
There are a lot of tough routes to try and cover. When you see a runner come out of the backfield and run this angle route, looks like they're going to the flat, and then they put their foot in the ground and cut back sharply inside. Not easily covered, and then when they catch it, good momentum built up by them as well.
And able to pick up the first. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down. Great play there off the end. Question, Charles, in a 4-3, you hear about the D tackles a lot. What's the role of the ends?
What they want to do is control the edges of the defense. And you always hear about an offense talking about setting the edge in the running game. Well, the defense wants to do exactly the same thing. And the defensive end, often against an offensive tackle, sometimes a tight end, they can't let themselves get hooked and let a running back get outside. Because if they do that, that hurts the integrity of the defense overall.
My man, the encyclopedia. A pickup of 24 on the 3rd down conversion. To throw, it's Wentz. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
His struggles finding open receivers continue. I don't know the last time I saw him this inconsistent throwing the football.
It would be hard to find a date when he was this inconsistent. You know, in his locker, he keeps the word poise printed on an 8.5 by 11 sheet of paper. He needs to find that poise right now.
He certainly does. In fact, I would suggest he laminate it.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Back-to-back stops make it 3rd and 10. From the gun on 3rd down, Wentz. Oh, no, he lost the football.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. Down 7, and they've got to go for it here on 4th down.
15. Gray 15. Let's go.
Now Wentz, gotta have this one. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Captain Munnerlyn. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. Another costly turnover, their second of this second half. And earlier when I asked you your keys to the second half, you said, hey, it may be trite, but I think it's turnovers. That's coming to fruition.
It certainly is, and let's face it, they named the game after it, right? So isn't it the most important thing?
But it's football.
Exactly. They named the game for it. Take care of it.
They start on the ground with McCaffrey. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. And now the Eagles going to signal for a timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
Come on, come on, come on.
Back to the ground. This time it's Anderson. And he'll get this only up to about the 35. And the Eagles are going to go ahead and take another timeout as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down.
Express! 20.
Newton. Flush to his right. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Now here's a whistle and a timeout. It's called by the receiving team here, as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. Here comes Eagle offense now as they get set to take over here. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
They'll look to throw. Caught by the tight end, Ertz. And able to get this one out just shy of the 25 at the 24. 15 yards there on the catch and run. First down now, but that clock rolling. Back to throw. That's caught by the big tight end, Dallas Goedert. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. He'll look to throw. Oh, he's got a little daylight. Wentz can pull it down when he needs to, and the 6'5" quarterback picks up the first down. First down now, but the clock continues to move. He's back to throw. Ertz over the middle. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs. Back to throw. He's going to let it fly. And this is taken in at the 5. Wentz finding his favorite receiver, Jeffrey, on a big one. 41 yards. Now they've got to signal that field goal unit, and they have to sprint out there in a hurry.
And this is always difficult on the snapper because his heart rate is way up there. He's got to calm himself enough to make an accurate snap.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. Oh, he had 6 points in his hands there. Couldn't hang on. Second down. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. On second and goal, Ajayi, the lone man in the backfield.
Black, come on.
One final try now for Wentz. And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go. Defensively now, one more play to stop. What are they looking for?
You want to take away their number one running option that you've scouted and take away their number one receiver and see if someone else can beat you.
Well, they've been so good on third down all day long. Can they convert another here on third and goal? One final shot. They'll look to throw. And this is going to be caught. It's caught. And they've won the football game.
Well, there's no doubt they just seized the momentum with that one. They can go ahead and kick the extra point here and ride that home wave on into overtime.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good, and that will level the playing field at 17-all. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Eagles offense now gets set to head back onto the field. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
As we said, they control their own destiny now. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Short gain there to start overtime.
Almost a tester play, wasn't it? Wanted to see if the guys on defense were going to fit the gaps the correct way, because we're in overtime. So it's not just physical tiredness out there, right? Mentally, are you still doing what you're supposed to do? And they were up to the task on that play.
And certainly fatigue on both sides of the football. To the sideline, and it's caught, but boy, he's out of bounds. Now they try to get him into space coming out of the backfield, but it'll be third. Down. Third and 8 situation. A tough spot here in overtime on the opening drive.
Great 15, great 15. Lion. Hey, stat.
From the gun, it's Wentz. And Jeffrey's got it. And now running right through it. And he is down deep into Carolina territory. A huge play there in overtime. 57 yards. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this one down near the 15. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. And I know you, with every carry, especially in overtime, you're just saying, if you're that ball carrier, hold on to the football.
Hold on to it, protect it, but not necessarily settling, because you're trying to get to the end zone. You're trying to end the game right here. And I know the defensive guys poking, clawing, raking, trying to knock the ball free and protect their end zone.
Yeah, like you alluded to, especially this part of the field.
Hang in there now.
Now they try the right side here. And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. 2 minutes to go here in overtime. We'll be back after this. Hoping to keep this OT drive alive. Now they face a 3rd and 2. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's into the end zone for the touchdown and the game winner in OT. Partner, a great game that we got to see and making it extra special. Not only did I get 4 quarters with you in this one, I got some overtime, a little whipped cream on